Hi, this is Annie, and I'm about to play the unstable branch of RimWorld. This is unstable, it's RimWorld, I mispronounced. It's RimWorld, it's the 1.0 unstable branch, which means the game can and absolutely will change. The developer, Tynan Sylvester, has got on record saying that he would prefer us not to stream it. But there was some discussion earlier today on the forums where someone asked for streamers, and I mentioned that I might stream, and there were no huge objections, and no dev responded to that, though they responded to another question I had. So I'm guessing they're cool with it. I'm stressing that this is unstable, that it's going to change. So if you watch this, please don't think that if you buy it on release, it's going to be the exact same game. It won't be. I've also put this little disclaimer here saying the exact same thing. I am playing the unstable branch and the game will be different. So that's what that says. I'm trying to make it perfectly clear that this is not the game as it is going to be released. I just want to show what it's like now if you're interested in how it's changing from the 0.18, the 18 version, I guess. So I'm going to play. I'd like to add that I'm not a very good player. I tend to make mistakes. I tend to screw up. I like to play laid back games, and this is kind of a more intense game than I usually play. So let's get to it. I'm going to go with a new colony. They had a new build, and so I'm going to start. You get to choose your scenario here. I'm going to choose Crash Landed with a cat, and it's the exact same thing as this. Crash Landed, the default, except instead of random pet here, I'm going to have a cat, because I have cats. I have 7 of them. Here's Tang, and he doesn't want to be on camera right now. That's fine. We won't make him. So, and I have my food dish right here. So the cats, I'll be showing cats probably various times throughout the thing. I might even feed them at some point. He's got enough food right now. Okay, so I'm playing Crash Landed with a cat. That's the only difference. One of the things that's changed is that you get a flat pants, vest, and a helmet, which you didn't used to get in the original. Oh, not the original. The latest version of the stable branch. Okay. So here are 3. Oh, I want to go back. I wanted to show the mods I have. And as you can see, I have a lot of mods. A lot of these don't work currently because they're all for the 1.0 unstable branch. It's really, really hard for mods to keep up with all the constant changes. So the only ones I have are display radius, which I'll show, and the numbers tab. Neither of these change the gameplay in any ways. Now, Ogre Stack is one that I really like. It makes for much more compact bases. Lollydrop, Hair Shop, I really like the look of that. I usually have that one going, blah, 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 all this crap. Wall Light is one that I really have a hard time playing without, but I want to show the game as it is. So, display radius simply is a planning tool, and I'll definitely be using that. And numbers, I think, should be in vanilla. Tynan, you're doing a fantastic job. Put this in vanilla, please. Or consider it. Look at it and maybe add some of the functionalities because it's really, really handy. Okay, so I'm going to close this. As you see, this is essentially a base game. Neither of these two change anything as far as gameplay goes. Okay, so I'm going to start a new colony. I'm going to go with my cat. It's the exact same way. Make sure it really is. Yep, that's it. Okay. I'm going to go with Randy. He's my favorite. Normally I go on Builder because I'm really the player who wants to build the perfect colony, and I'm really laid back and old and whatever. Yeah, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to play Randy Rough. This is new in the 1.0 unstable branch, excuse me. Reload anytime mode, and that's where basically you can do what's known as scum saving. If you save and then you have a bad event, you can go back before the bad event happened, and it'll either change or it won't happen, or you can try a different method of dealing with it. This is commitment mode, and basically you can only save when you quit. You can't make multiple saves. There's one save. And Tynan has said that this is the way it's supposed to be played, and it says that right here too. I can't really cursor my mouse over there without losing the text. But if you play this way, he says it makes it more dramatic, it makes it more fun. People have various ideas of what fun is, but I'm going to try the game the way he suggests, and I'm playing it on Randy Ruff, because by the description I should be. Players with an experience of RimWorld. I do. Looking for an intense story with significant skills to survive. Well, okay. I really like Randy's artwork, by the way. He looks kind of, random. My cat's licking my arm. Dang, buddy. He looks rough. He kind of got the smile and that bionic eye and the golden eye. All the artwork for the storytellers, I think, is good. But I really like Randy's look. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Maybe it's because of the hair. I got blue hair, and his hair is all odd too. Let's go next. I didn't check. I'm going with commitment mode. So the reason I'm doing that is because that's the way the game's supposed to be played. And since I'm streaming it and playing in the beta, and I'm trying to give good feedback to the developer, so I'm playing as clean a game as I possibly can as far as mods, and I'm going to play it the way he suggests by what I read on the prompts and what he said in the forum. So that's this. I'm not changing anything. Whip, I could change the seed, like whatever. There's several. I don't know that it really matters. So some of them are, I've gotten torture before as a random, devastated bee, bowler hat, whatever. We'll go with entrails. Why not? This is the entrails map. Everything else is normal. So we're going to go ahead and generate that. And I'll pet Tang because he's a good boy. Tang? Can I hold you for a second? Okay. Our game's up just as Tang decided I can hold him. But so you get to go back over there. Okay, so here's our map. And I can use the arrow keys to move it. And I can zoom in and out with page up and down. Sorry, you're seeing the top of my head. Okay. I like to play arid scrublands. This is desert. Arid scrublands would be, zoom out a little. They're the darker colored ones. So like this area right here would be an arid. I like to play small hills. So let's see if we can find one with sandstone, limestone. I wonder if we can find one with slate. I like the way slate and marble look together. Sandstone, slate, limestone, and marble. Okay, I like the way sandstone looks, but this is close enough. I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours finding the perfect map. So, I like the looks of this. It's a year-round growing area, and I kind of like having a winter or break. That's a little bit of a challenge for that, but I really like the looks of the scrubland. So you also, the scrublands, you get the beaver event, which I just think it's funny the beavers come in and tear up your stuff. So we're gonna go with this one. There's a reroll or randomized key here. I'm not gonna use it. I'm playing the classic game with whatever I get is whatever I get. So here's a little overview of what we've got. Right now it looks fairly good. See if anybody's horrible. I really don't like the misandrous trait, because that means she's going to have a bad opinion of any colonist. Now here's one that's kind of bad. She's 71, and I've had that before where they just wander off and get lost. So let's see if there's anybody else. Housemate? What are those? She was just a housewife. Interesting. I hadn't seen that one before. What happens if I replace her? Well, wait. Let's strike her down. and drag him up. Was he up here before? Somebody had a good plant skill. This one has very good intelligence and social. She's 52, 29. This is not a bad thing. The only thing lacking here is melee. I'm sure I'll get somebody who knows how to melee. And there's no real huge drawbacks. I wonder what Sky, where's Sky? Daughter Sky Lorraine, is she? Where is Sky? She should be on the list. I don't see her. Maybe she's just not on in the list, so I can't pick her. Okay, I didn't know that they showed relationships for people that weren't around. Like here, this is his father, Ray. If I wanted to, I could drag him up and they'd have a good relationship towards each other. Or sometimes I've seen them have bad relationships, like with their ex-spouses and ex-lovers and stuff. So, do I have anybody with medical? What is my medical? 7 and a passion. So, I'm going to go with this. Let's start. I'm drinking iced tea. So, excuse me. I changed the text to just look cat. What's there? Cat. Okay. And why am I doing that? Okay, so I'm going to take a freeze. And look what... Freeze, please. Okay, I'm going to see and take a look around and see what my map is. I didn't change the size. You can change the size of the maps. I wanted to show that, but I forgot. But this is just a standard experience. So I've got some fertile soil here. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit because we don't need to hear the wind. This is small hills? Looks like I got a lot of hills. Okay. Got a nice patch of fertile soil right there. A very good patch of soil all through here. You can't grow on sand. But it looks like there's fertile soil here. So it's looking like this area right here is where I'm going to be putting my colony. I like to put it in between where I'm going to be farming, obviously. I'm probably going to end up deconstructing this stuff. I can put my prisoners right here. I mean, I could make this into a bedroom for right now. But I know that this is in the way. I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct this because this is just stuff I don't want. Okay. I like to do... I know that this is too small to be useful. I can maybe temporarily turn this into a barrack, so I'll go ahead and keep that. I can use these slate blocks. I think this is slate. Slate blocks to build. What is this? This is limestone, and this is marble. So I got slate, marble, and grain. Okay. Okay, so before I even play, I like to plan things out. I've done so many times where I just start playing and what is this? Marble. It just didn't work out. This looks like it's steel, so I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct that too because that's easy steel, and we like steel. Okay, let me raise up to the highest level. I'm going to click on the steel, double click. That highlights all that I've got going. I'm going to unforbid it. So if I zoom back down, it doesn't have that F on it. The wood, I'm going to do the same thing. Wood on arid scrublands tends to be a little scarce, though. The food, unforbid. Medicine, unforbid. Okay. What is this? Black pants. Okay. These are my components. That's a new icon that people are complaining about. It looks like a copper spool. The old components looked different. I'm going to go ahead and untarget those. I don't think it looks that... Oh, that's a beauty overlay. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to hit F. This is silver. Now it looks like a pile of tapioca. Okay. I'm not one of these to constantly complain about. This is different. I don't like it. I don't... Well, okay. What is this? Oh, this is all the stuff that I've highlighted. Okay. I'm going to go to the numbers tab here, which is not in the base game. And the reason I really like it, because it really gives a really good overview. One of the things I really like to do is see the current job. What are they doing right now? Not doing anything, because I haven't told them to do anything. Another thing I like to do is see their skill, particularly their shooting skills, so I know, well, he's the best person, so I should show him out on the range. Another stat... Whoops, medical team quality. Stop. Skill. Construction. Cooking's a good one to know. Plants. This is so I can plan my work tab easier. Construction crafting is the other one that I really need. Okay, so really, I only want to have one person who knows how to do crafting plants. She is going to be the person who does my plants. Fortunately, she doesn't have the high skill in anything else either, so that's going to be her job right there. Shooting. Everybody knows how to shoot. The worst person is my herbalist. That would be Alpha. So let's let Alpha take the pistol. It shoots the fastest. So she'll actually... let me look at her. Does she have any mining? Does Alpha have any melee skill? Since she's not the best shooter and I've only got 2 guns, I'm probably going to give her the knife. So let's look at her bio. That's changed. That used to be story. Now it's bio. That's brand new. Last time I played it was different. She has no melee skill. Well, so what? She's also my doctor. So I'm probably not going to want to send her out. So I'm going to go ahead and make her the melee guy. So Alpha will go over here. Alpha, the herbalist, will go over here and grab this. Numbers, I see my best shooter is... I like how the housewife, I guess she was walking around attacking her husband. So the second best person is with a shooting skill who's going to get that is going to be Stars. So Stars will pick up this, so she'll pick up some more. The more times you fire, the faster you fire, the faster you gain experience, so I like to give that. And that, of course, leaves Lauren to equip the bolt die. So, sure, I do have everybody is going to be equipping something, and I like the melee character to deck themselves out in the protective gear, because they'll be up close and personal with everything, and also because she's my doctor, and I really do want to keep her alive. So that's going to happen. While I'm at this, I'm going to go ahead and assign. And I always make a new drug policy. Manage drug policies, new policy. And I'm just putting this on a schedule where if we have it, we'll use it. Luciferium, stay the hell away from it. They can carry it around. Drugs are in the game. I think they added a note of realism. And I don't like to micromanage them too much. But I like people to... I like that... I want my colonists to have the ability... Or play all the aspects of the game. Let's put it like that. So drug use is part of the game. Part of the life. In real life. So put it to every 3 days. Try to keep addiction down a little bit. Luciferium, if you use it one time, you are addicted for your colonist is addicted. This is every 5 days, and it stops certain diseases. Luciferium, if they had it, they can use it, but I don't want anyone getting addicted to it. And I like to set all of this at 70, except for this one right here. This is it doesn't have any, it's not addictive, and all it does is stop disease. So I'm just going to slide these over to 70. This is a game where I spend a lot of time pre-setting it up. So I'm going to stop talking so much and focus on getting that so I can actually start playing. Oops. I wish this was a little easier. I wish I could just type in 70. Or you set up one drug policy in one game and use it from another game. That would be really awesome. It's not the way it is. Oh, okay. Oops, and I changed it. I'm a little bit of a OCD, so I like it to actually be on 70, even though that 1 percentage point doesn't really matter. All right. Part of the story is somebody might get addicted to drugs. So, that happens, that happens. Okay, so everything's at 70, every 3 days. They won't take it just for no reason at all. They have to be a little upset about something. We'll go ahead and actually put them on the drug policy 5 I just made. While I'm here, I'm gonna change it so that if something attacks them, they fight back. I wish it defaulted to this. I don't really worry about their outfits. I know that could be a huge part of the game, but it's a little too micromanagey for my taste. What they put on is what they got. We're in an Arab scrubland, so basically it's going to be hot. So I know not to dress them in, like, say, buffalo fur or something. Okay, I'm going to assign them, or restrict. That's just simply their work schedule. So I like having 3 shifts, so someone's always working, sleeping, and then there's the time they can do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is. If colonists become lovers or get married, I'll put them on the same schedule so that they can sleep together and get that benefit of. There is sex in the game. It's called loving, and it gives them a good mood, and it adds a sense of realism. So okay, so we got 3 shifts now. Work. Right now it's manual priorities. I always. Right now it's not manual priorities where they'll do this job, and I guess basically in the game what the game decides is the best priority. I like to tell them personally. So, firefight, if you can do it, yeah, do it. If you're a patient, yes, get medical treatment. If you're a doctor, yes, take care of your friends. So, these things I always put at the top priority. These things don't come up that often, so it's not like they'll be constantly bed resting or anything. And I'm also going to warn him, even though he's low, he's got a little bit of a passion and it needs more than just 1 person. So I like having more than 1 person do that. Okay, so this is the interesting runs right here, where they're actually going to be different, and it's based on their skill. So we know herbalist, so we know she's going to grow. So she's going to grow. That's her number 1 priority. They'll do this stuff first, and then go do this job. I think it's things on this thing. If somebody needs a warrant, if somebody needs to feed a prisoner, and she's got a priority 1, and she had a priority 1 here, let's just do that. I think she would go ahead and do the warden first, and then do this stuff. So she's going to be the one who does this. Construct, that's making stuff, and he's the highest person, so I'm going to make him my constructor. And crafter, that's going to be this person. I'm not really going to worry about research right now. plant cut, that she can be her job too. So basically I've got those jobs covered. What is she? She's a construct. So am I ready to play yet? No, because I've got to plan my base a little bit. The planning tool is very, very good here. I'll show how that works. Oops, I didn't get rid of this. Okay. All right. So one of those two mods I showed is the radius planner, and that's right here. And all it does is add this little thing to the miscellaneous tab, and you can choose a radius. And what I'm choosing is orbital beacon. Now I could do this manually and count out the tile size. I actually have a little graph. Actually, I forgot. I'm keeping track of how long I played. I guess I could just look at the stream and tell. I don't know where my pen is. But I started, let's just say I started at midnight, so midnight. Maybe it's been a little longer. Keep going. Okay. So I'm going to plan the base. I'm going to, using the orbital beacons, because eventually, wherever I place my, I always make my storerooms around the orbital beacons so that when an orbital trader comes, I can sell whatever is in there. It took me a long time to figure that out. So I'm going to go ahead, and all it does is just bloop, this is how much area it is for an orbital beacon. You can also set up all the ones that you saw earlier, so if you want to just build circular, you can. Orders. All orders do, or excuse me, plan. The only thing plan does is make these little dots or squares that will persist, and they you can use them to mark where you'll build walls, or what I really like to do is mark the size of these, because eventually I'm going to build geothermal, and if I have it marked, then I know that I can't build anything there, because eventually there's going to be a geothermal vent there, so that's useful for that. Or geothermal power source. And there's been lots of times where I've had to move walls and stuff, so it's a helpful reminder to me if you need that. So the planning tool is good for that. I only got 2 vents. Oh, I found some more supplies up here. I'm going to go ahead and unforbid those. I got another vent up there. I wish the stuff came unforbidden. Just I've lost stuff before because I didn't really see it. I think there's some steel up there, and I think there's some steel hiding up here. I also haven't really looked to see what my resources are. Looks like I have a fair amount of steel. I have dromedaries. Eventually I'll try to tame some of those. They're probably going to come over and try to eat my plants. This might very well be an ancient danger. So I'm going to leave that the hell alone for right now. Oh, here's some more meals. See, it's good to go around and just look and stuff. It doesn't look like I have any jade. It looks like I have a fair amount of metal. Alright, back to my base. So, this is going to be a storeroom. And this is also going to be a storeroom. The way I like to play is I like to have the 2 storerooms, and then in the center is going to be my work area. And then off to the side I have the bedrooms. So I'm going to go ahead. This should be enough room. I'm going to build down. Usually I will plan out the whole place like 5 of these, but I'm not going to bother because I'm streaming. So I'm just going to do it in one section. So I'm going to go ahead and plan where I'm going to put my walls. This is going to be my freezer because it's closest to the growing zone, especially this. It's not right on top of it in case I need to build stuff next to it. I can. Oops, plan. So I'm just going through here, letting myself know. That I'm going to build stuff here. This is going to be a door. And I'm not going to so the door here, it's going to be an air vent, or airlock, to keep the cold in, because the game is that complex, guys. The freezer has double walls to keep the cold in. I don't really need that one right there. Oh, yes, I guess I do. I know it probably seems like, oh, why the hell are you doing this? Because I hate going back and redoing it. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. And this is a design I found that really works for me. So I'm going to use it. Okay. I'm going to be putting my my heaters here, or coolers here. Whoops. Plan. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And the reason for that is I need a chimney. So the temperatures, the coolers are going to go here. This is going to be empty space. And this is going to be where I actually build the wall. And it doesn't have to be, I don't think it has to be a double wall. So I'm going to plan here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here for making my general freezer, but it doesn't have to be double walled. Don't worry about that, I'm just going to outline it. I'm going to make these my zones to start with. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and these are going to be my barracks, probably. So that's going to be my starting base, and I can expand it downwards fairly easily, very easily. I also like to have a perimeter corridor. Oops. I might not build that right away. Here, okay. But I like the way corridors look. And it's my base, so I'm putting it to it. It doesn't need to be too low. Okay. Now this stuff here is probably going to get deleted eventually when I expand downward. That's fine, but it won't be a lot, and I know it's going to happen, so I won't be crying or anything. Okay. So this planning tool, just one of the signs of the care that's gone into the game, and this really intelligence, where it's intuitive, and this is just such a simple thing, but for people who really like to have their ducks in a row and be a little OCD and just have everything the way that it's going to be and not waste time rebuilding, it's just such a good idea. Like this over here, I don't need all this space. That looks a little weird, so I'll go ahead and get rid of it. I don't have to build it and then say, oh, I don't like that. You can just tell. Whoops, plan. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm having difficulties because the double wall is screwing me up a little bit. So yeah, okay. This is different than this because of the double wall. Also, I like my colonies not to be entirely blocky, where it's just, oops, you know, blocks inside of blocks inside of blocks, and everything's all perfect. I like there to be something besides just square architecture. And I'm not saying I'm artistic or anything, I'm really not. But I do like things to be shooken up a little bit and have a little variety. Just for aesthetic reasons. We'll block that off so I can't do that. See, this way I get to experiment with these little things and see how things will actually play out. Okay, so that's going to be the basics of my colony. I'm going to build bedrooms probably off over here, and over in this, here's some more steel. I want to unforbid that. I wish it came unforbidden. I don't know why Tiny does that. I've got a note and a paper here because I'm going to be giving feedback as whatever weirdness happens. If I think it'll help the developer, maybe nothing will happen. I don't know. Okay, so that's going to be where I build my faces. I'm just going to go ahead and put plans here. I'm not going to actually build a wall there, but it gives me an idea where the zone is. So I'm going to go ahead and create my zones now. These are both stockpile zones. This is going to be my freezer. And I'm going to just make it neatly fit in here, so whatever gets in here when I eventually build an orbital trade beacon, it will, I'll be able to sell it very easily. For a long time, it took me a long time to figure out this trick of making my storerooms this size. Right now they're just going to be out in the open, but building walls for them is going to be a priority. This game is really, really easy to change when you screw up things. Like right here I went above a little bit, so I'm just going to shrink the zoning, get rid of these two. That's going to be where the walls are. So now it's perfectly where I want it. I'm going to rename this one. This is going to be my main base storage. And go ahead and do the, I'm not going to allow rotten meals manufactured. I'm not going to allow medicine, because that needs to be refrigerated, I believe. I'm going to double check on that. Drugs, the stuff that basically needs to be frozen, I'm not going to allow it in there, or keep it chilled. All of this stuff can just be under a roof and it'll be fine. Wort needs to be refrigerated. Raw resources, plant matter, can I go in there? corpses. No, no corpses. Well, I guess I can put in the mechanical corpses. They don't, I don't believe they go bad. Okay, so then here, this is, I'm going to rename this one to my freezer. And just clear all because there's more I'm going to not allow than allow. Not allow rotten, no. I will allow food. Eventually I'll probably move the hay and kibble somewhere else. Drugs, ambrosia, beer, medicine, yes, can go in there. Medicine, beer, tea, I think goes bad. I'll double check. Wort, that's what you make beer out of. Plant matter is going to go in there. Corpses, the animal corpses definitely go in there. I don't really like putting human corpses in there because they don't like it when they walk by it. They get a bad debuff. Okay, I always forget. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to tell them to build a recreation source. Right now I know, I had a problem before I really got into the planning tools where I'd build it and then have to move it repeatedly. But I'm really not going to put anything over here. So I know that I can build it there and I won't have to move it. Building, one of the very first things I always do is create growing zones. And I want to utilize this fertile area. One neat trick is you get a stockpile zone and basically that deselects the growing zone, and then I can put a growing zone right next to it, like so, and it won't merge with this one. If I tried to make another growing zone right now and it touched, it would expand. So if I take the stockpile zone, so it's not highlighted, and then go back to growing zone, you can have them right next to each other if you want. I want to expand this one a little bit. Okay, so basically I'm using all of the fertile area for my three ones I got now. Let me go ahead and shrink the zone a little bit because this is a little bit bigger than I want. I'm not going to grow everything in there is to grow in the green right now because my colonists need to do other things rather than spend all their time growing. You can highlight everything by double clicking, so if I wanted to change everything all at once I could, but that would be the same thing. So I'm going to grow here. The fastest growing thing, it takes a lot of work, so it takes time to plant it. I'm going to plant my rice there. Another thing that I really like having is cotton because I use it as for my rugs, and it just aesthetically I really like cotton. And also it's good in this environment to make dusters and stuff. And finally, a very important plant is of course your hill root. It's got a new icon. And it doesn't grow in this biome unless you plant it. So I got lucky, and when I did the first roll, we had somebody who knew how to do it. Well, I'm also here. I'm going to go ahead and tell my herbalist to harvest stuff because these are going to get taken away when she plants it, or he plants it. So I'm not going to worry about that. But we have some more fertile soil down here. I might grow some trees down there later. Okay. I was going to put the prisoners somewhere. I'm going to put the prisoners over here. Okay, so I know my area is going to be my freezers here, my main stocks here. One of the very first things I always build is a stone cutter's table so I can make the bricks to make it. I don't bother with wood, especially in this biome. And I know that my main storage is going to be over here, so they'll get stored. So I'm going to put this right here. Aw, Tang Buddy's a good kitty cat. Okay. I'm not going to worry about putting a stool or anything in front of it right now. I will eventually. And we can start playing. Finally! Yay! Okay, I need colonist beds. It's true, I do. Okay. The colonist right now, I can look at the numbers tab that from that mod. And I see someone's cutting grass. She's getting ready he or she, I think it's a he. Male colonist. Okay, he is getting ready to do that. People are hauling things to the stock, to the storage area. That's fine. I kind of want that stuff up there. Alpha, I also want, I believe it's also my doctor. Let me take a quick look at bio. People were complaining about it being social tab or stories tab, so no, it's a bio, and I do think that is an improvement. It looks weird. Is he my doctor? Yeah, he's my doctor too. So I'm going to go ahead and have him equip everything. I need to keep the doctor as safe as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on double speed for right now. I'm going to have him equip the pants. I'm pausing it so he doesn't wander off while I'm telling him to do that. Force spray that, please. Be as protected as you can, buddy. Okay, there he is. So my buddy there is all protected up. I'm going to harvest this stuff. In this biome, running out of wood's a problem, so while they're busy doing stuff, I'm going to look for trees for them to chop down. I like to wait till they're fully harvested. A lot of this stuff is not. I'm looking right here where it says what the percentage is, where it's grown. This stuff here that's in the zone is going to get pulled out. So because he has to this one's ready to harvest, so go ahead and put that. He has to get rid of it in order to do the planting I told him to do. So you can see him there. Doing his thing. So I'm on Randy Ruff, hardcore mode. Don't necessarily know what's going to be happening. So we got this already, so I'm going to go ahead and add a bill to make, I think limestone. I believe limestone is one of the chunks I got, yeah. So you don't have to do any mining. There's quite a bit of it lying around. I'm also going to have these bricks here that Lauren is pulling down. Stars is hauling stuff. Oh no, she's my crafter, so she's going to be making things for me right now. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, I have a question. How are you? You know, I've got to move stuff. Can't read that. How am I playing on 1.0? You go to Steam, Properties, Beta, and opt into it. So basically through your Steam option. Oh, Ancient Danger. What was that? Jump to location. So somewhere around here is my Ancient Danger, probably right here. It's a little close to my colony. So this room here is the Ancient Danger. Okay, Randy. And it looks like I won't have to cut into it to actually build the colony before I'm ready. But yeah, you can opt into it by going into the betas. You don't need a code or anything. And there's instructions in the forums on how to do that. Unstable, if you go to the Luddian forums, in the general forum, the top posted thing is there's an unstable branch, and you can it gives detailed instructions how to do that. So I'm also going to tear up the floor. we get those bricks. What is she doing? She's hauling wood. This is going to be my barracks down here. And I believe these bricks right here are slate. Yeah. So I should have enough slate to turn this into a real building. This is temporary. Where is it? Structure. Hoping I got enough to do this. Oops, do not steal. Normally I build the walls out of wood. Oops, door, slate door. I'm building it out of slate because it's temporary. Furniture, we'll just go ahead and build the 3 starting beds. Animal sleeping box. I can move all of this later when I need to. Man, 1 speed? No, I'm double speed. Okay. What is Star's job? Stars is my crafter. Right now she's hauling. Oh, because I got distracted by talking to you. That's why. I do it X times and it defaults to 1. I want her to do it forever, so she goes back to work doing that. I mean, it's nice for her to be hauling, but right now I need the bricks more. And she passed out. I don't know what material this is. Granite. I'm going to have some granite bricks when I deconstruct this building. I'm going to go ahead and put it on 3 while we're just waiting for stuff to get done. I can barely read your name. I wonder if I can change that. Viewers, let's change your name to that. There we go. Oh, I can read you, Dova Bear. Okay, so they got beds now, so they'll probably be a little happier with life. Because right now Star's sleeping in the sand. She's got a roof. They've got a roof. If I really need to, I'll be able to throw away steel. That's good. Get rid of that. More steel is always good. So Star's going back to making the bricks that I asked her to make. So my very first priority is to put roof areas. I'm using my finger to point. Use roof these areas here so the stuff that I grow and stuff will be at least roofed, and then very shortly I should have also have I'm losing track of what I'm talking about. Refrigeration structure. I don't know if I have enough slate to do this. Looks like I can comfortably put a couple of prisoner cells here. Go ahead and do that. I mean, it's not perfect. Okay, and I'll put a slate door here. If I have enough slate, I'm not sure that I do. So I need defenses. I need a meal source. Yep. My weakest area is combat, so I'm probably going to be losing some colonists to a raid. Do I have it on 3? Yep, this is at full speed right now, so everybody's moving as fast as they can. One thing I'm going to do with my animal, I have my cat, I'm going to restrict it to the home area so it doesn't go every freaking where. And very, very, very shortly here, I'm going to start hunting so my cat has something to eat besides my meals. Who's my constructor? Lauren. Lauren, I really need you to... Well, I was already working on that. So, Lauren... Is there already a wall there? I guess there is. Or a door. Okay, so we're going to cancel that. We don't have the slate bricks to do that. So go ahead and cancel. And go ahead and make it out of limestone. Pods. What do we get? We got blue fur. I'm gonna unforbid that, and they will eventually. Somebody will haul it. It's unroofed and outside. And we can look at the qualities of it, and it insulates pretty good against heat, I guess. Insulation against cold. So it improves the cold better than the heat, but it does improve it. Okay. I don't even know what blue fur is from. I think it's from Buffaloes. Could be wrong. Alright. Let's go. Okay, so right now every male winces in pain. A distant engine of hate is stirring. So hate. Okay. I could just keep this room. This room here is my rec room when I actually build bedrooms. Oh, get to name it. So I'm going to name it Annyites. And where do we live? We live in Annieville. This is my colony. Okay. See, I've got some food and stuff here. That's nice. I'm going to start. My constructor is going to need to start building these areas, so I would like them to do this. I like having full access, lots of doors except to the freezer. We don't want the freezer to be a through area because we don't want them using it to go through. We just don't. Okay, so limestone walls. I'm going to worry about doing one layer right now, and later on I'll add that second layer for insulation. It's too early right now, and I need to do other stuff. Whoops. No. That's not what I That's maybe where my hallway is. Okay, limestone wall. Okay, so we're going to have a freezer very shortly. Okay, so she did finish. Who's my constructor? Let me get the right pronouns. My constructor is Lauren Computer. Lauren is a female. So she did construct this. I want to go ahead and designate that it is for prisoners. And I'm not going to worry about a meal source right now. They can eat raw food. They don't like it, but they can do it. I think I also want to do a little hunting. Well, there's a new wildlife. New wildlife tab, which is really, really nice. Really nice. So gazelles don't attack. I don't really have a lot of resources right now, so I'm just going to go stuff that I know is not going to attack me back. Because, well, we're kind of wimps that way now, aren't we? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead, do a little more planning. I'm going to eventually have a refrigerator, a kitchen and a separate slaughtering slot, which is good because it keeps you from getting cross-contamination with let's see. No, that's not what I do. The slaughtering spots and slaughtering tables are dirty, and if you have that, you have food poisoning if you have it in the same spot as your kitchen. So I like the kitchen area to be fairly big because we might need more than one people cooking if I get enough big enough colony, so I make that fairly big to start with. My slaughtering area, however, does not need to be that big. A lot of people put it in the freezer. I don't like to do that just for aesthetic reasons. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and for production, go ahead and put a butcher spot right here. And I'm eventually going to put an electric stove right here. I'm not going to bother with wood fueled. Okay, so right now, if I have raw meat, my cat will eat it. So I don't want my cat to starve. So that's why I did the hunting. I've got a place for them to slaughter it. And I'll tell somebody to make sure that whoever knows how to cook is doing it. Did somebody not go hunting? I guess nobody's gone hunting yet, so let me look at my work. Hunt. We haven't prioritized it. Yeah, everybody stop, go hunting. There we go. Also, it's good practice. Okay, So we got things to do now. You make a bill. I'm going to add the bill to Butcher Creatures do forever. And also make kibble. Do until you have 100. Okay. So. Here's my cooker. It's also my crafter, which, okay, she won't be spending that much time cooking. I'll make her, force her to do that rather than making bricks, so that'll work out nicely. Okay, I know where my orbital beacons are going to be. I always build these supporting walls right next to them, so I know I'm going to be putting them on. So I'll just go ahead and get rid of these weird looking little dots. Okay. So my cooker is slaughtering things now. I wanted to zoom in on this. Heat wave. Awesome. Okay, I don't have electricity yet. We got meat cubes. People are complaining about the meat cubes. I like them. I know. I think they look cool. So we got a heat wave. Let's see if we survive this. There's a possibility that I won't. Let's see. Electricity. Temperature. A passive cooler. Oh, I know. I'll make one of those. And my constructor is Lorne. Lorne, please focus on this. Need wood. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Okay, well, Alpha, could you cut this down? And then, could you cut this one down too, please? Lorne, please cut this down. Lorne? No, Alpha. So can Lorne now build this? Yes, she can. All right. Maybe this will keep everybody from dying from heat stroke. Now everybody just got the flu. Bummer. Lauren, please finish the cooler for you. Okay, good. So inside, outside it's 126. Inside it's dropping because we got a cooler. I'm going to make sure the area is and a mad iguana. Fantastic. Okay, Randy, very funny. Jump to location. Let's hunt this fucker down. The only person who's awake right now is... Who is awake? Let's see who is awake. Numbers tab. Sleeping. Resting. Lorne. Buddy. Got an iguana. Where is the iguana? Oh, whatever, we'll find it. There it is. Lorne, could you please prioritize killing that thing? Change of plans. Lorne, go over here. One problem is that where you first tell them, they'll overshoot. They'll go to where it was first, and if the animal moves, Kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill the iguana. I'm going to take her out of raid mode so she can follow it. Why did she not go to raid mode? Alright, so she should follow it now. Be nice if she would hit it. Oh, please don't kill the cat! Things are not looking good for the cat. Okay, the cat looks like it's gonna live. Oh, she caught it. Alright. Good job. I got the force slowdown. That's why things are so slow right now. There's a mod to remove that. Okay, so inside it's 85 degrees, so it's not heat stroke. Alright. Not heat stroke territory. So they might survive. Now it's in the 70s. It's actually kind of pleasant out there. They've got the flu. They're sleeping it off. Like a lot of builder games, sometimes you just sit around waiting for them to do what you've told them to do. I've been hoping I'll get a new colonist soon. Lauren is up and about. That's nice. Lauren and Alpha are both up. I'm going to check their health. Minor flu. And Alpha is got initial heat strokes. Okay, but he's got a place to go. Hunter lacks ranged weapons. That's a problem. Probably. All right. I wonder if a cat can get heat stroke. Heartbreaker. Doesn't seem to be able to get heat stroke. She does not seem to be able to get heat stroke. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer they got the flu, because I would really like them. I would really like them to be working right now. But they're not. They're just lying in bed with the flu. I don't want them to die. Right now, Alpha's got nothing to plant, so Alpha is hauling stuff. Stars is up. Let's see, we really need construction being done. She's our crafter, but I'm going to go ahead and put her, I'm going to put everybody on constructing, even Alpha. We're just going to use up all of our medicine right now, right off the bat, because of this blue. I keep getting cargo pods. That's nice. Stuff will probably rot. What is this? Neuromain. Yeah, I could have used that. Here's the... Good. I have this hauled. And stars, I definitely want the components hauled too, because those are going to be super useful later. Yep, ancient danger. Oh, it's over here. I thought I saw it somewhere else earlier. Maybe there's two of them. I thought I was near the ancient danger. I thought it was over here. Huh. Well, I guess I'll find out. Okay, Alpha is now constructing, like I had requested. He's gonna march because he doesn't have very good skill. Yeah, go on up here, Dim's perfect, do that. Alright. So again, this is Randy Ruff. I am playing hardcore. We just got hit with something. Chip. I'm gonna move my little disclaimer down so I can see stuff like that. So stuff will come up here, I can actually read it. I'm not going to deconstruct it yet because until I build a roof... Oh, stars is up? Okay, no, wait. Stars was up earlier. So how is Lauren doing? Lauren's been in bed for a while. Health. You all got a minor... Operations. What operations can I do right now? Can harvest, anesthetize, put peg legs on. It's actually cool in there. These passive resistors work pretty well. I mean, it's not like I can spare the... wood. I don't have a lot of wood on this map. That's one of the joys of playing on the arid scrubland. Oh, hi, Charm. Come here. Charm, come here. Can you come here to Mommy? New lovers. Come here. Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to Charm. She does not like to be picked up, but she's purring. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right, that was rude. So I'm going to see who my new lovers are. Alpha. Trying to flirt with stars by joking about the disappointment of life. Oh man, life just isn't turning out the way I thought it would be. Want to jump in bed with me? Okay! Alright. Well, Alpha and stars are now going to go on the same schedule. So... just pick stars because why not? I'll eventually get another colonist, so I'll have that third shift. I gotta build a double bed for them. Okay, guys. My cat's like right here. Here's her tail. Okay. What am I going to build? I'm going to build a bed for them. And of course I'm going to build it out of sandstone. Because why not? Okay, so now our area for my area for freezer is not going to be uncovered very much longer. I need power. I'm going to need batteries, but now batteries is behind research. It's a little difficult to build. I don't really want to build the batteries or the windmills on soil. I can put them up here. Over here. Yeah. Right here. I don't want to be that far away. I don't want to build that many resources. Am I going to grow anything over here? I don't think so. So I think I'll put those right there. We got a daze going on. Tail. It's hitting me in the chest right here. I do want to build the double door lock to keep the cold air in, because I'm gonna. Oh, my husband's home. He's home for lunch, or he got fired. Did you get fired, sweetie?
Yeah, man.
Somebody's still.
I left my book at home. Decided to go home, watch TV instead of sit around and go crazy.
Well, I'm streaming, so everyone, you're going to be listening to the TV. Planning on uploading this to YouTube. YouTube in the past has had problems with me uploading stuff that has the TV going in the background. We have kind of a small house, my husband and I. So I'll probably stop streaming, start it up, and then stop it down again. So it breaks the stream up so that when my husband turns on the TV, I'm not actually broadcasting that part to YouTube. I can edit that out, or not. Building a freezer is a really high priority. I don't have batteries right now, so it's not going to work at night. I mean, when the wind's not blowing well. Do we still have... I don't think the heat wave's still going on. It's not as bad as it was. There's starvation still.
Can you have the news on?
Yes, I can. Everyone, I'm going to stop the stream and then turn it right back on. That way I can not upload this part to YouTube. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to stop for a few minutes and then come right back. I just take this time to get a meal break myself. So I'm going to take a break. I figure he's only got an hour, so I just might just wait. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to stop playing for a little while. Hey, you can see Bruce in the background. He's eating. I wasn't expecting my husband to come home, but he did. So I'm going to stop, and thank you for watching, and I'm just going to wait till he goes away and then restart. Goodbye.